Yo, welcome to Containing Luxury. On today's episode, we actually found a shipping container house out in Jupiter, Florida. So we're gonna be doing a tour. Let's get started on that. All right, so we've got Rick here and we're in Jupiter, Florida. We've got a 2 downstairs, 1 upstairs shipping container home, and Rick's gonna give us the tour. So let's get started.
Come on in, Blake.
Thank you.
After you.
Actually, after you. All right. Well, actually, I love these floors right off the bat.
Yeah, this is original.
So did you seal them?
Yeah, well, we sanded them down first. And the other thing that I would recommend, you know, these containers sometimes transport highly toxic materials. So we sourced these down in Miami. We looked at the bills of lading, make sure that there wasn't anything in here that could harm anyone.
Okay, so there is actually like a manifest to the shipping
depending
containers?
on how old the containers
Really?
are.
Okay.
You know, they only go back so far, but we were satisfied with what we saw. We brought them up here. The floor hasn't been touched in 6 years with hundreds and hundreds of people through here. So it's held up pretty well, but as you can see, it probably needs another good roughing up and sanding, and a new polyurethane or something needs to go down on it.
So that's all you guys did was just put polyurethane and sealant right over
it.
That's awesome.
Right over it. And of course you can see the seam here. And people were telling me, Rick, you really should cover that.
I love it.
Yeah, I said, no, I want people to see what we've done here.
Yeah.
So, and I had a friend visiting from the Bahamas when we were figuring out countertops. A friend of mine installed the cabinets.
Okay.
And the Bahamian says, cement, man, cement. And I said, okay. And half an hour later, we're building a frame for the cement. We poured it, and this is the end result. It's really
love it.
Held up well for 6 years. And
I'm a huge fan of cement countertops and even polished concrete floors.
yeah, we didn't do a whole lot to it other than.
Is this a weld joint or is that just sealant in
That's
between?
Sealant.
So the 2 containers.
Yeah, no, I think underneath is a weld,
Okay.
and on top of the weld was a sealant.
Gotcha. But each container was brought in independently, set in place, and then welded the seam together on the outside?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So I see you were able to keep some of the raw container just on the header here.
We wanted as much as we could, and we wouldn't have covered the rest, but the spray foam insulation didn't look real good, so.
Yeah. Look how you did the mirror image with the nice tall impacts. So those are 8-foot impact windows?
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah, we spent a little extra money there. This is a good example of how your end cost can really skyrocket. You know, we closed the doors, so you have the doors and then you have impact.
It's redundancy.
Yeah, pretty safe.
In case one of your doors goes missing, you still got impact glass.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's a big thing, you know, especially when we're talking about costs. You know, he was able to save some money on doing this really cool industrial looking floor and the added cost of putting flooring in on top of it.
Yeah.
But then, you know, you've got $4,000 impact doors, just the cost of the door, not even including if you had to hire somebody to put it in.
Right.
So at times 2.
Yeah.
You know, so
times 3.
Times 3, you know.
Yeah.
So that's really where your budget, you know, when we talk about, you know, $60, $70 a square foot for a rough structure, then we've got, you know, land, we've got site costs, we've got interior finishings.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you're at $400 a square foot, you know.
Well, yeah, you could.
Yeah, you can, or you could go, you know, try and keep it low cost.
You know, we came in low hundreds.
Okay, well that's good though.
Yeah.
You know, today.
Of course, that was 6 years
exactly.
ago.
So today we might be a little bit higher.
Yeah.
It's really cool table.
We salvaged as much of the metal as we could.
Yeah.
In this case, we took pallet wood and made a table and set the metal in it, recessed with a glass top, and of course a map of Riverbend Park, which is right across the river there.
It's not me for once.
What the heck? Jim Morrison.
Jim Morrison. Surprised at how much space you actually end up with. So it's just shy of the full 16 feet, I guess, because you got a little bit of insulation. Now, is that 2x4 framing on the exterior walls? Or how much room did you end up losing on your exterior because you kept the raw metal on the outside?
Yeah, nothing's lost on the outside. It's all metal. On the inside, I want to say 6 inches.
Okay. Between the two walls?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you probably had like a standard 2x4 maybe?
Yeah.
Or something plus drywall, so maybe 6 to 8 inches or
Yeah.
something.
And again, we used the metal fairing strips. We didn't use studs.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So this is cool.
We
kinda
arranged
have
it. Yeah,
The
so this is
partition.
exactly. This is where mom and dad might sleep,
Yep.
and the kids over here. Parents want a little bit of privacy. They can close this, access to the main bath, and again, spacious, right?
Yeah, the functionality of it is actually super smart.
And this bed actually folds into a futon, so you can have a couch in here if you wanted.
Awesome. Is that a king size bed?
Yeah.
So goes to show you, you can actually fit a king size bed into a single container because that's the floor cut off.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised that fit as well as it did.
Yeah.
All right, and then if we go back this way, we couldn't go through that way as well, but this is gonna be your bathroom, which is the only bathroom.
Downstairs,
Yep.
one upstairs. But of course, you know, there has to be, to the building code, the radius requirements, and we just met the minimum standard.
Gotcha. Which I think is like 5 foot or 6 foot by 7 foot.
Yeah.
So one of the dimensions has to be, that's ADA code for South Florida. I don't know if that's standard.
And that's where a good architect comes in.
Yeah, exactly. So because they got to meet all those code requirements.
Yeah, and he's got to
should know
figure
already.
out. Yeah,
So
exactly.
It's drawn into your
We
plan.
had a basic layout in mind that we wanted, and then we tasked him to make it work.
What did you end up paying in architectural fees, if you don't mind?
Well, I don't know what the market value would be. Mitchell O'Neill of Jupiter was our architect, and he designs multi-million-dollar homes on Jupiter Island and throughout Palm Beach County.
Gotcha.
So this was kind of a fun project for him.
Yeah.
And he has a
So
passion
kind of
for shipping
pro bono
containers.
on this one?
Well, he charged us some. I don't remember what it was, maybe $2,000.
Yeah.
And that provided all of his help in negotiating with the county and submitting building plans. And so it was a good deal for us.
So you could foresee that being a lot more if you had to actually hire.
So. Yeah, I think so.
I would say maybe between like somewhere around like $5,000-$6,000.
Probably.
You know.
Yeah.
So another cost to factor in.
Unless you go to somebody like Mitch and you wanted a similar layout like this.
Yeah.
He owns the plans.
Okay.
So they could probably work out a pretty good deal.
There we go.
For that.
Might have another link in the description. All right, so that virtually figures out the downstairs, right?
Yeah.
And then we got access to the upstairs.
Yeah.
So what's the best way to get there?
Yeah, let's go through the slider here.
It's a nice view out here, though.
Yeah, isn't that beautiful?
Walk out to that
Hey,
river.
well, let's go upstairs. There's even a nicer view from up there.
Oh, well, there we go. This lightweight concrete has held up insanely well.
Hasn't it? I mean, with very little maintenance other than pressure treating.
Yeah. So you put rebar and then mesh, or just some rebar?
I think mesh came first.
Okay.
And then the rebar.
Yep.
And then the concrete was poured.
Nice.
They had the truck come up and
they pumped it up.
Pumped it up. Yeah. Yeah. So this is one shipping container with 2 entry points because we have a bedroom on each end.
Okay.
And a Jack and Jill bathroom in the middle.
So really you end up with 2 full bedrooms up here.
2 full bedrooms and 1 full bathroom.
And then they utilize the kitchen for the downstairs.
Yeah, that's the common area.
All right. All right,
Again,
I can see, again, we kept those floors.
Kept the floors. And this, this area here is actual steel. That's where they put the forklifts in.
Yeah, okay, I remember that in ours.
Yeah, they put the forklifts in there because it's reinforced and can carry the weight, hold the weight of it. Again, the bunk beds, and it's a small room, but with us, this is a glamping destination. It's really more about the outdoors than it is about the indoors.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a place to stay.
But if people want privacy, whoop.
Look at that. It's a pocket door.
It's a pocket door.
It's a pocket wall.
Yeah, pocket wall with this is the shared bath. The shower. We wanted to actually put a door in there.
Uh-huh.
And the county wouldn't allow it.
Okay, I saw the framing for it almost like it was there on the outside.
The county said,
so do you have any access to that outside patio?
Right now we don't, but that's part of phase 2.
Gotcha.
And we may even put a 20-footer back there.
Oh.
Because it will accept it. This is another use of the pallet wood. A buddy of mine made this bed frame for us.
That is really cool.
Isn't it? It turned out great.
I might have to steal that idea. Does this have doors on the outside?
Yeah.
Okay, I was trying to remember. Yeah.
Here, let me.
Oh, okay, sweet. So then you didn't even have to go through cutting out the end or anything.
No.
You just
Popped in the frame.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Do those swing at all, or are they just
Yeah. Hurricanes come, we close them.
Cool.
Or in the heat of summer, we may close it for more protection.
So is this a dual unit mini split, or is
No,
this
single?
Single again. So you've
Single.
got 2 units.
Yeah.
So really, there's 3 ACs, 3 independent ACs on this build.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'm surprised at how open this feels up here.
Isn't it amazing?
It's actually a similar concept as to like keeping everything in a linear on one wall as we tried to do in our build. But it's surprisingly open up here. It's really not cramped.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, I love this view out here. This is where it all happens though. You don't really get stuff like this, especially like you're in Jupiter right now.
Yeah, this is unique for Jupiter.
Yeah.
You know, you feel like you're in the middle of nowhere,
Yeah.
but you're 7 miles from the ocean.
That's crazy.
And you're 2 miles from 95, 1 mile to Publix. I mean, and of course, as I mentioned earlier, we can kayak, which we've done many times from here to the Jupiter Inlet. It's about 14 miles. And it's an amazing...
He can kayak. I could not kayak 14 miles.
Well, you go with the flow.
Okay.
So you do
I
have
can make
the
it there,
current.
I'll just never get back. All right, so when you stacked these, what was the process of getting that second shipping container up into the air?
Well, first we prepped it to get the rough plumbing
Okay.
and the electrical rough in. And then we hired, I think it was Bio. Crane.
Okay.
Came in and lifted it up, and we kind of guided it into place. But the interesting story is really these bottom containers, because the top container was an afterthought, like phase 2.
Okay.
We poured more concrete than we needed to. One of the mistakes we made.
Okay.
But one thing, you see that L bracket there, that piece of metal?
Yeah, I saw that.
So we actually embedded that into the concrete.
Okay.
And then welded
The frame.
that into the frame when we dropped it. And this is where I go to when the hurricanes are coming.
Yeah.
There's not a safer place in Palm Beach County. We got impact glass.
It's so funny. I have at my house out in Loxahatchee, I have all impact glass on my whole house. And actually 2 or 3 years ago, a tornado ripped through my backyard. I built like a hurricane proof, supposedly, building in the back.
Yeah.
All fiber reinforced concrete. It's my huge shop. The roof gets ripped off that thing, and I watched my yard turn white. And when we're about to hit, face this Cat 5 that was coming,
Yeah.
mine's not even bolted to the ground.
Okay.
Mine's just sitting because I just built it there temporarily.
Uh-huh.
So we just set it on blocks, and I was talking with my girlfriend, and I'm like, if this storm comes, we're actually not going to be in the house. We're going to go into the shipping container, because what's going to happen? I mean, maybe we'll tip over, but a tree could fall on it. It's going to dent it, but we're going to be alive.
Yeah,
So,
that's how I feel about this. Every hurricane in the last 4 or 5 years I've been coming out here.
It just makes sense when you know how much they can take. And actually, we filmed one time at that we found this yard of containers, and there was a sticker on the back of one.
Yeah.
And it says stacking weight was like 492,000 pounds.
Wow.
Can be stacked on top of
Yeah.
it. I mean, you're talking 500,000 pounds.
Wow. So we could go up 8 stories.
Yeah, when they're interlocked directly on top, when we're cantilevered like this, different story. But so that actually goes back to my original question. So when you stack this, did you need to do any reinforcement on the lower containers, or is it just literally sat on there?
It just sat on there. We had to do something with the lightweight concrete, to wedge it in there.
Yep.
But our architect hired an engineer, and through the engineering, proved that it could be there.
Okay.
And that satisfied the county.
But the lightweight concrete was poured after the container was up there, right? Or no?
Yeah, I think it was right after it was.
Okay.
So we had to do something with the roof. I think it had to do with insulation.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, so then that's just a plate then that was welded to the top one?
Yeah.
Because you definitely have a lot more cantilever over that.
Yeah, and we did that
south
for
side.
design effect.
Yeah, which turned out cool.
You know how architects are.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
No problem spending money.
No. Phase 2 may include a vertical container for a stairwell.
That would be awesome to be able to access the upstairs unit.
Yeah, upstairs without having to go outside. And probably 2 more 40-footers down here that may start right on the edge.
Okay.
And they're going to be like bunk rooms so we can accommodate large groups.
All right, so that's it. Thank you so much for having us out.
Welcome, Blake.
If you guys want to check out more of this container or even rent it, there'll be a link in the description and you can come check it out firsthand. Thanks a lot, guys. Hit those comments with any questions and make sure to hit the subscribe button and we'll see you on the next one. Booyah. One take.